How's everybody doing today? My name is Sean. Welcome to the Dragon's Lair. What we're going to be working on today is two of our combinations. We are deep into the high white belt curriculum if you're following chronologically. So we've gone through all of the techniques that you need to learn in the high white belt curriculum, and now we are on to the combinations. So what we're going to do a switching front kick and a stepping in roundhouse. That's one combination, and the second combination is going to be our two-step in overhand cross punch with switching roundhouse. Now we haven't actually gone over the overhand cross punch in a separate video yet, but I think I'm just going to cover it in today's video, and that should be all you need to know. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and start with that one. So what is an overhand cross punch? The name is a little funky. It's really not that much different than a cross punch, except for the fact that good punches are straight punches when you're talking about jab and cross. You don't want to have any looping punches. Looping punches are generally bad and a sign of somebody that really doesn't know or doesn't have good technique. This is an exception. It's kind of a looping punch, but it's looping on purpose. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate. So like a regular cross punch, right? A regular cross punch is going to come straight in, all right? Again, if we take a look at the other videos from the earth, it's the kinetic chain. Everything starts with my back foot, knee, hip, shoulder, fist, okay? So with the overhand cross, it's going to be basically the same, except it's coming kind of on a downward. It comes up and down. Okay, so that's going to be the overhand from here. All right, still hitting with the same first two knuckles as a cross punch. Cross punch again is going to be with the backhand and not the front hand. Front hand's a jab. The way we use this specifically in this combination, this is not really going to apply to boxing or kickboxing, not even MMA. You're going to be exposing yourself to other techniques in those disciplines that you don't expose yourself to specifically in Taekwondo when we're talking about Olympic or point sparring. All right. So how do we do this in here? That was a basic overview for the combination two-step in overhand cross punch. So we'll start with that. So we're going to get in a good fighting stance, right? Two-step in. As we know from before, my back foot's going to come and push my front foot out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and do that overhand cross punch. Now, how we set it up in this specifically is I'm going to do my two-step in, and I'm kind of going to cheat a little bit to my backside, right? My left hand, my front hand is going to be down, and my right hand, which is my cross punch, my overhand cross punch, is going to come from back here and over. All right. Now, why do I do that? Again, in Taekwondo specifically, when we're talking about sparring techniques, Olympic and point sparring, it's different because, again, we do not throw punches to the face. This would be extremely dangerous in other disciplines. So we don't necessarily have to worry about that when we're applying it here. Okay. So one more time. Coming from here, I'm kind of cheating a little bit this way. This is going to give me defense against kicks on my way in for them to score, especially with electronic scoring nowadays. This is going to give me a little bit of defense from that. I have my shoulder up, protecting my chin and part of my face because my hand is down here. I can't protect up here. So I'm using my shoulder this way. So I'm deflecting or defending from here, and this is kind of hidden now, and it comes over here this way, all right? So from this position, this is my overhand cross. When I make contact, this is where the switching, this is the second part of the combination. The switching roundhouse comes in after I make contact. I'm already set up, I'm already loaded for that switching roundhouse from here, switching roundhouse. Now again, when we're doing switching kicks, we got to be close. So we got to be, if I'm touching my opponent, like this close for a switching kick, okay? All right, so if I go from this angle here, I'm gonna two-step. I'm kind of cheating this way backwards, over, and now that back leg, switching roundhouse, okay? A little bit faster, comes in, over, switching round. Okay, one more time. Over, switching round. Coming in a little bit faster, blocking, punch. All right, and that's kind of gonna be our triggers. When we make contact with that punch, that's gonna be my trigger for that roundhouse, okay? So I'm back here, again, two-step, I'm gonna be a little bit further away. It doesn't have to be too far, but from here, block, punch, trigger, switching round. A little bit faster, okay? And that can either land forward or land back like I did. Probably in this situation, you wanna land forward. Okay, all right. So that's our two-step in, overhand cross punch with the switching round. Now, moving on to the second combination, we're gonna do a switching front and a step in roundhouse. So we're gonna put those together, all right? Switching front, just like we did the switching round in that last combination. Switching front, my feet trade places. Switching front kick. Now, why would I do a stepping in kick after that? This is one of those kicks that you would set up. More than likely, hopefully, your opponent's gonna back up. While they're back up, you're gonna give chase with the stepping in round there. So putting it together, we'll pretend that my opponent is here in arm's reach, all right? So I'm gonna do that switching front. They move back to that position, stepping in round. Okay, one more time. From here, again, close enough, pretending that my opponent is here, switching front, stepping in round. One more time, switching front, stepping in round. There we go. Those are gonna be two combinations from the white belt curriculum. Moving on to your yellow belt. In the next video, we'll go over a couple more of the combinations and then we'll move on from there. That's all for now. Class dismissed. Have a great rest of your day.